Welcome everyone to UNA's member benefits orientation, getting to know all of the different benefits of membership with UNA. Today, we're going to be spending time on the UNA website. And the reason for this is because we have made everything accessible to you as much as possible when your time allows. We know that you're all very busy and that you have a lot going on in your worlds. So we wanted to make sure that anytime that you wanted to log in, get on the website, you could access those resources or be able to get access to assistance with finding things as well. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. And as I said before, please feel free to add questions, good mornings, and we'll get right into it. So without further ado, my name is Brandy Strand. I am the Director of Community Relationships for the Utah Nonprofits Association. My amazing job is that I get to work with all of our members. Now, our membership is broken into three categories. We have individuals who are nonprofit pros, supporters, and they come from all walks of life. We have our businesses that support, know, and love nonprofits throughout Utah. And we have our nonprofits. Today, we're going to be focused on our nonprofit member benefits. And I'm going to share my screen and take you directly to the UNA website. This is your go-to place for all of your UNA benefits. This is also your go-to place if you're like, is that a benefit? And you can get direct access to the UNA staff. So we're going to start here on the public facing side of our website here. Under membership, there's one particular place, member login request. This is an important place to go to because as a nonprofit member, your membership starts at the organization level, but is open and available to all staff and board members of your nonprofit. So if anybody on your team needs access to what I'm going to show you next, they can come right in here to a member login request. You can submit on their behalf. They can submit on their own behalf. This information will be sent to our team and then we will get them set up so that they have access to all of the benefits. Everyone on your team needs to have their own member login. There is not a shared login. Instead, what we can do is we can set everybody up with their own login. This can be done. We can remove people from your account, add people to your account at any time. And the best way to do that is to submit the information here in the member login request. Once you have your member login request, you're going to come into Member Central. Now, sometimes on our website, I am set up as what's called a super user. So sometimes you may see a message pop up or something like that while I'm showing you. But that's just because I'm a super user, so I get different messages on the screen. So you're going to come in here with your login, your username and your password, and log in to Member Central. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I'm going to say, oh, we're going to go back to Member Central because this is your one-stop shop. So once you're logged into Member Central, you have two. Yes, Kate.
Is there any way that you can zoom in on your screen just a little? There,
is that better?
Perfect. Much, much better.
All right. Okay, so once you're logged into Member Central, you have a couple of menus. We've tried to make it to where you can pretty much look anywhere on the screen and get back to your home spot or find another location. You have this menu up here, which are our primary areas. So if you wanted to renew your membership, check out your listings, update your membership, this is where you're going to come for the majority of that information. As you scroll down, and I will try and give a heads up whenever I'm scrolling too fast, and if not, I apologize in advance. You also have that same menu along here on the right where you can find additional information. And what you're really going to want to pay attention to, though, are these 9 blocks right in the center. These 9 blocks take you into even more resources that come along with membership with UNA. So we're going to start in advocacy and civic engagement. because we are all advocates and we can advocate and should advocate. As you scroll down, you'll see that we have ways for our members to be involved. So you can become a part of our advocacy league. It's an email listserv that you can connect with other nonprofit professionals who are also working towards advocacy, civic engagement, and public policy within their nonprofit. As I scroll down, you'll have all this information here along with ways to subscribe. UNA does accept applications for endorsement of different legislative pieces during the legislative session. You can find that information here, and to submit that information, it goes directly to our CEO, Kate, and we will review it and then get back with you about that. As you continue down, you'll see we also have a resource library. Inside of our resource library, we have an entire downloadable database of templates that are job descriptions, handouts, processes, policies. Also, when you're in the resource library, if you're not finding what you need, you can let us know at any time and we will source that content for you and provide it for you or provide it to you. We'll then also make sure that it gets added to the resource library, because as we receive requests of needing different resources, we also start to realize that there are others who can utilize that resource. So every request is very much welcome, and we love to receive those because then we can build up our resource library based off of the needs of our members even more. We also have information from the 2020 census and how to access different data points, as well as training that's available. We have information on hosting candidate forums and the difference between advocacy and lobbying. Break that down even further. We go into our training and events. So once a year, we host our credential in advocacy and civic engagement. We have our advocacy and civic engagement credential coming up in October. It is 2 days of training with a subject matter expert. Our trainer dives deep into this content with you. You spend this time learning and engaging in the content for 2 days, and then you take all of that information back to your nonprofit, where you're then able to do a deep dive on that content and determine whether or not your nonprofit is instituting best practices within your policies and the ways of work. After you're able to go into that content even further, you're then able to have a one-on-one consultation with the trainer of the credential. And then together, you can say, this is what you said in the credential, and this is what it looks like in my nonprofit. And together, you're able to bridge that gap to implement those best practices within your nonprofit. And we provide support and resources throughout that process. Our subject matter experts who train our credential program are really some of the most invested and awesome human beings who really do believe in our nonprofits, and they want to see you thrive and they want to see you be successful. We encourage you to be involved in our credential at any time. We also have a full list of on-demand trainings. So as we move through the year, we do record a lot of our trainings and we make them available for viewing later on, because we know that you're very busy and you have a lot going on in your world. So we want to make sure that you're able to access information as needed and when you're able to consume the content. So you'll see here we have advocacy essentials, as well as trainings that we did last year with different offices within our Utah State Legislature. As we continue down, I'm going to scroll a little fast and come down to our UNA annual conference. You've made it. Thank you so much for joining us this week. And we also have some free nonprofit basic training through the Nonprofit Ready. It's a free resource with very basic information to help you get your brain thinking about different concepts of managing and running a nonprofit organization. But once again, if you're not finding what you're looking for and you're like, wow, I know Brandy said something about something, and I recognize I talk pretty fast. So we also have not finding what you need, we can help. Reach out at any time to come to our help desk right here, and you can submit as UNA members. We're here as an unlimited resource for you. So you can come in and submit a help desk request. This goes straight to our team, And then we are able to go through, find the information, and then provide it directly to you. So just know that you're never alone and we're always here to support. I'm going to come back over here to the Member Central area. Costs for on-demand training, they're all free, Tina. They're all free. So I'm going to come back to Member Central, sticking with our theme of staying within Member Central. It's your gateway to everything member benefits. Within board governance, you're going to start to see me move a little bit faster because every section or category of benefits is formatted very similarly. So for each of those 9 categories, you're going to find on-demand training, you're going to find free resources, our resource library is built for each. And now I'm going to just highlight some of those larger pieces within each of those categories. So for example, within our board governance, we have our standards of ethics for nonprofit organizations. We just did a very large update of this program. So as a leadership team, this is going to include your president, CEO, executive director, board chair. You review the information within the standards of ethics, also partnering with the full board of directors. And there are 10 different categories that you can go in and say, we have this in place, but we don't have this in place. You then submit this information online and UNA provides you with the resources to be able to meet those different standards. So for example, if you were to say that we don't have a financial policy in place for purchasing, once the standards of ethics is submitted, then we will go through and say, oh, these pieces are missing. And then we provide you with those resources so that you can then work on implementing them. Upon submission of your standards of ethics, you will receive, if you've been involved in our standards of ethics program before, you would receive a hard copy certificate that you could hang up in your office. Over this past year and a half or so, we have transitioned this to an online virtual recognition and celebration of your nonprofit's work towards running an ethical organization. So upon submission of this, your CEO, president, board chair, executive director, they will receive a standards of ethics icon that can be displayed on your website, in your social media, to celebrate your adherence to having an ethically managed nonprofit. In addition to all the resources that we'll provide as you submit that. The UNA job board has been expanded to include board of directors openings, as well as committee openings and volunteer openings. So if your nonprofit is looking to grow your board, you are welcome, and we would love to have you post your openings on your board of directors so that the whole nonprofit community can learn about the incredible resources that you have and the work that you do in the committee or in the community. You'll see here, UNA Resource Library. Here you'll find board self-assessments, conflicts of interest, interest metrics, so that you can look at the overall organization of your board. We also have information on executive performance evaluation templates and ways to build diverse boards. Continuing down, highlighting our services for nonprofits. You heard me before say that we have our business members. Our business members come from all different fields. And for board of directors, we have business members who can help with executive searches, who can help you with directors and officers insurance, and a whole incredible community of consultants who can help you reach your goals and to navigate that world. As we continue down, we have our credential and board governance. This will be in 2022. We also have our on-demand trainings. As we scroll down, you'll see that we have ways to help boards be better fundraisers, ways to improve the executive director and board chair relationship. And continuing down, also highlighting, once again, we can help. Submit anytime through the help desk and we can get you what you need. Coming back into Member Central and just scrolling back down, we have our finance and legal. Within finance and legal, we have our resource library. There is a professional development scholarship through the state of Utah for arts-based organizations. Services for nonprofits include accounting and auditing professionals, financial services, and legal assistance that can help with finance and legal needs. We also have our credential in finance and legal. This is taught by both an accounting professional and a lawyer, and breaks down both of those concepts within your nonprofit. Our on-demand trainings include budgeting, money in the brain, and continuing. As we go into Member Central and scrolling down, fundraising and development. This one we have built out quite a bit over the past year. We recognize and respect the importance of really beefing up our fundraising and development resources for our nonprofits. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time in here just highlighting some of those big pieces that we have to support you in your nonprofit. Grantstation is an international, regional, and federal database of funding resources. This program is normally $699 a year. Our members right now up until October 1, so we've got some, you want to get in now so that you get that discounted price. Up until October 1, the price is just $75 for our members. This is at that organization level. So your nonprofit will purchase the membership to Grantstation. After October 1, the price is increasing by $20 a year for our members. So it's just $95 after October 1. This is a special UNA link. Once again, Member Central will have your discount codes, your links, everything that you know that you're going to need as, or that you have as a benefit of membership is going to be included in Member Central. So if you're looking to purchase Grantstation at a discounted rate, you will use this link here, which automatically applies our discount. As we continue down, we have Neon One. Neon One is a constituent relationship management system. They are providing a 60% discount on implementation fees for UNA members. We have a direct contact here, Alana Schwartz, and with her email as well as her phone number. That's another benefit of Member Central, is that we're not just going to include as much as possible anyway. We're not just going to include a general contact information. As much as possible, we're going to get you direct contact information. You're not going to sift through a list. You're going to find exactly who you need to speak with. Affinity Fundraising is a charitable registration organization. So in the state of Utah, accepting donations, you need to have your charitable solicitations permit, and you register through the state of Utah and you pay your fees there. Now, if you are then going to actively solicit donations from another state, let's say Nevada, and I know over this past year with us all being more virtual, the opportunity to increase donations from out of state has become more available. So Affinity Fundraising helps you to ensure that you're registered legally in all the states that you're actively soliciting donations from. Now, this one can get a little layered, because maybe you put out an awesome video and then somebody picks you up from Idaho and they donate. So Affinity Fundraising can help to make sure that as you are putting together your fundraising plans, as you're reaching out, or maybe if you're getting regular donations from another state, they can ensure that you're in legal compliance to solicit donations from those areas. And our members do get a discount, as well as contacting Maya Lee. Here's her phone number so that you can get right to Maya. FireSpring is a new member benefit that we've added this year. FireSpring helps with websites and direct mail. But what's really great about what they're doing is this 20% off of their FireSpring services for direct mail, specifically with fundraising and donation solicitations. They can help to get the marketing material or collateral put together, get it out, as well as ensuring that you have a good list, and they can help to mitigate all of that process of doing a direct mail campaign. Continuing down within fundraising, we have our resource library, of course, because we have a lot in the resource library. But what you'll also find are some free places to look for funding. The first is within the Wells Fargo Philanthropic Services. This is a database of trusts that are accepting applications in very specific areas: environment, education, advocacy. And you can look in through here, and I'm just going to click in really quick. We come here, we're going to look at who's funding in Utah. And as you go down, you can see that we have 37 results for program areas in Utah. You can then filter it by program area even further. And this is a free place where you can look just for potential funding opportunities. Coming over to Foundation Directory Online. Now, Foundation Directory Online is a database like Grantstation that you can purchase. However, there are free access points in Utah. And these free access points, not only do they help you get online and start to search through the database, they also support you in that process as you go. So they'll help you to navigate the system, provide training, and kind of be your go-to when looking at the Foundation Directory Online. We have Salt Lake at our Salt Lake City Library. We also have a location in Ogden at the Zeta Haas Grant Center, in Grand County in Moab, Dixie State University in St. George, and SUU in Cedar City. And those, we have contact information, locations, directions on how to access it at the different locations. Now, we also get a lot of questions about, like, do you have recommendations for other CRMs, constituent relationship management systems, or like, how do I choose the right one? We've pulled together some resources here to help with that discussion at your nonprofit. And we've also pulled together a list of other fundraising platforms. So these can do text to donate, they can do email campaigns, some are free, some do auctions. And we've tried to outline these here to the best of our ability. If you know of another one, we'd love to hear about it and share it with our nonprofit members. We've also pulled together some silent auction software and systems information, especially as we keep with our virtual events and being able to navigate that online. Sorry. Our services, so our businesses that support our fundraising and development needs within our nonprofits include fundraising and development professionals, as well as consultants who can help build out a fundraising plan, who can work with your board. Continuing down, we have our credential in fundraising and development, held once a year, and our on-demand. Now, our on-demand in fundraising and development is quite long. We have a lot of opportunity here to dive in even deeper into the content. So as we come down, we have major gifts, how to collaborate, raising money with an anti-racist approach, our training from Neon One, nonprofit appeals. This cut costs and get creative with nonprofit appeals. This was held with FireSpring. And this one outlines even more of like how to have a really successful direct mail campaign. Legacy giving, virtual fundraising, grant sourcing made easy is a training about Foundation Directory Online, if you wanted to learn more. We also have proposal writing. This Easy Street fundraising is about how to thank our donors. Wayne Olson yesterday really delved into authentic gratitude, and this training provides tangible ideas on ways to show our gratitude for those who financially support our organizations. Continuing down, we have more about donors, as well as ways to do peer-to-peer crowdfunding. This was in partnership with Devin Thorpe. Once again, this Nonprofit Ready is a free online training platform. The trainings are also on demand, and this provides a little bit more basic information around like how to build a fundraising plan. What is a fundraising plan? So there's fundraising. Keeping track of our time, human resources. Within human resources, we have free HR and legal support for our nonprofit members. This is offered through our partnership with Beehive Insurance. Here you can get access to an online tool for HR needs, but you can also get involved in the Hive Plus program, which provides free and unlimited personal consultations with their HR professionals. They can also provide up to 3 legal consults with their contracted attorney pool at no cost to our members. To get access to the Hive Plus or the online resources, contact Todd Valentine. Here's his email, here's his phone numbers. Once again, we always want to make sure that you have direct access to that information. Now, the UNA job board is, I'm sure we've all been aware of it, but just in case, I'm going to show you the job board really quick and highlight some of those. So sorry, there we go. Now, starting last year, we require that all job postings that for paid positions have the salary. All salary needs to be posted. It can be a range. If we do see that something is posted and it says, you know, salary commensurate upon experience or something like that, we will reach out and work with you to help get that into a number. When you do not post the salary, research has shown that it disproportionately impacts women and people of color. In our efforts to make systemic changes, this is one of those pieces that we've implemented to ensure that everyone has a more transparent experience when hiring within a nonprofit. So in Member Central, as we come down, every 2 years, we do a nonprofit compensation report for the state of Utah. And if a nonprofit participated in 2020, you get access to the Utah Nonprofit Report for free. If you did not participate, you get 50% off of the price. Here are the discount codes. You can order the reports here. Breaks down even more of what's in that report. Now, are you wondering, did my nonprofit do the survey? Just send me an email, ask a help desk request. I can let you know if they participated or not. Coming on down, we do have discounted background screening services through COEUS Global. You can access this information here on our COEUS Global landing page. You can also get direct contact to the staff there to get set up with your own background screening service. We also have a group health insurance plan that nonprofits with 2 full-time or 2 employees, I do believe it's 2 full-time employees, I should be very specific there, can get involved in our health insurance program. You can request a no obligation quote. The Beehive team is awesome with our members. They will provide you with the information that you need to be able to make the best decision for your nonprofit. They can also provide you with additional resources. Maybe this plan won't work out for you, and they'll help connect you so that you can continue to support your staff. We also have dental and vision insurance. Beehive can help set you up with this, or you can actually contact Bart Tapp. Here's his phone number, here's his email, if you were looking for dental or vision insurance. We do have telehealth options through Healthiest You. You can find this for your staff, find all of the details and get a quote here. Beehive Insurance, once again, can help walk you through that. They're a great team that really does support our members. Through First Nonprofit, you can learn about potential savings on unemployment insurance. You'll find here different downloadables, as well as Cecilia Piazza is a person to contact to get more information on your nonprofit's ability. I'm sorry, I'm just checking. Oh, just checking the chat really quick.
We got your assist, Brandy. It's all good.
Thanks, Kate. As we continue down, you'll see we also have templates and resources, including a hiring rubric and a whole template on remote work, conducting online meetings, and continuing down. Once again, if you're looking for a particular example, let us know. We're here to help. We want to provide you with the best resources possible. In our services, our business members, we have background screening services. We also have management and HR consulting available, as well as additional health insurance resources. in our we do have our credential in HR that happens once a year. Our on-demand includes gender pay equity, mastering difficult conversations, how to help support staff and volunteers as we move from remote work to in-person. That's been a big topic of discussion, so we're building out those resources. Also, as we continue down, we also have an Americorps informational webinar if you've ever been curious about how to have Americorps Vista at your nonprofit. We're going to come back into Member Central, and we're going to see me move a little bit faster now. Leadership and organizational culture. Join our Utah Nonprofits Connect group. This is for our nonprofit members to connect throughout the year. We also share regular funding updates and opportunities through this listserv. Highly recommend that you subscribe so that you can connect with your nonprofit peers and also receive regular updates on funding opportunities that are coming out. We're gonna need to take a break on the Zoom subscriptions. We're finalizing that partnership again. We had to rebuild it, and there's hopes that it will work out. Keep an eye on our newsletter because we will be updating our members through that resource, through that communication. So we break down resource library, a video, like which video conferencing tool is best for me. I know we all kind of jumped on different tools and resources, and now we're able to maybe take a step back and think a little bit broader about what do we actually need within our service delivery. Venue 669 is offering free meeting space to our members. This is David Hunter is the person to contact. Here's his phone number. Here's his email. What you'll find though is that they have Eldridge Manor that I believe is in Bountiful, and then venue 669 is a ballroom, and that's in Salt Lake City. And I think they're going to be adding a third or fourth location, but their ultimate goal is to provide our nonprofit members with free meeting space. So if you have any questions, please do contact David. He is ready and willing to talk with nonprofits. His whole goal is to make sure that you can reschedule those meetings that had to get canceled. I also recommend reaching out to Taproot Plus if you're looking for pro bono work. This is a great opportunity to dive into marketing campaigns, fundraising campaigns. Taproot Plus helps connect you with experts in the community throughout the nation to meet the goals of your nonprofit. Services for nonprofits include consultants, event and meeting spaces, nonprofit registration and startup, real estate, and Microsoft experts. Our on-demand also has a full list, including race, equity, diversity, and inclusion, online organizing, nonprofit mergers, and more information on nonprofit insurance and how to ensure that your nonprofit is appropriately insured. Okay, we're gonna try, we have a full list. Like I said, it keeps on going. Really quick, we're gonna look at marketing and communications. Marketing and communications, we have FireSpring. Once again, they provide that 20% discount. This can come with website development projects, as well as like branding, strategic consultation, with more information here. Jadefire Development helps with website assessments. So I know that we have Mike on the call with us today, and I'm really grateful. Here you can learn more about Mike and Jadefire Development and the services that they provide to our nonprofit members. I have seen these assessments that Mike and Jadefire have provided for our nonprofits, and it is detailed. It really does break down your nonprofit or your website so that you can dive in to understand how people are accessing your website. How long are they on there? Are they converting to donors? And I'm sure that Mike is sitting here going, I could go into so much more detail. And he's absolutely right. Mike is the expert in this. And I highly recommend get your website assessed, talk with Mike, schedule this free 15-minute phone call with him and learn more about how he can help you maximize your website to get more donors, to get people to sign up for things, take action, and get involved. Checking the chat really quick. Hey, and Mike, thank you so much. Please do take a moment and check out Mike's Expo Hall. He has some great information up there, and he just put the link into the chat for us. Third Sun is a local website, business. Sorry, I lost my words there. And what they will do is a brand assessment. So they'll look at your overall website to really help you understand like what's your voice, where's your brand. We have our resource library, as well as guides, trends, and toolkits. So we're also compiling free resources here. As we come on down, we're going to see here, if you haven't gotten involved in Canva for nonprofits, highly recommend it. It is free for nonprofits to help with graphics, to handouts, to Zoom backgrounds, and everything in between. You can also get free photos as well as word art. And then Great Nonprofits is a free platform to share and collect reviews about your nonprofit, so donors and volunteers know more about your work. Services for nonprofits includes websites, texting services, and video and photography. We have our credential in marketing and communications, as well as our on-demand listings here. Build your online brand. Good news and bad news. Whew, how to get noticed in the media. That's something that can be very helpful for many people. Now, I'm loving all the vouching for Canva, by the way. Thank you so much. We're going to come on down and we have two last sections, outcomes and evaluations. We have our resource library with templates, samples, and more. Services, we do have free paper shredding. If anybody is looking to clear out some data, clear out some space, check out our free paper shredding program that we have access to. And in the on-demand, you'll see Data 100, a minimalist guide to digital data. This really does help break down your the data that you're collecting, but not just like all the data. Are you collecting the data that's going to answer the questions you have? I learned that. That was very helpful. Also, security and privacy. Being online right now, there's a lot of cybersecurity pieces that can be put in place to help your nonprofit. Coming back into Member Central, we have one last section that we're going to check out, and it's volunteer management. In volunteer management, we have our resource library, but we also have screening for volunteers. There are some Utah code pieces that we've outlined here so that you can find out. You can also access that free HR and legal consultation here. So this just helps to break down like when should we, why should we, and also just remembering to check that Utah code, get involved with our COEAS global background screening services, and really do be involved with that free legal consultation. They can help break that out for you. Within here, we also have, once again, a free resource. This is the Point app. Now, this is an all-in-one free volunteer management system for nonprofits. And what it does is you can set up like different volunteer, you know, kind of like a sign up genius. We need people from this time to this time and this time to this time on this day and this day. And then people like myself, I have the app and I can log in and then I can find those volunteer opportunities that I would like to get involved in. It helps the volunteer track their hours. It helps the organization track all volunteer hours. And it provides reports, it's visual, and it's a great way to engage maybe some younger generations in volunteerism because they can also like share out their impact that they're having on the world. It's a very interactive and engaging system. It is free for nonprofits and you can learn more here. We have our credential in volunteer management as well as our on-demand trainings. So things like how to reinvent your volunteer program. This is a training on that free Point app. So if you wanted to learn more, you can watch this on-demand training here. And then volunteer management for the new normal. Coming back into Member Central, our main landing page, we've now gone through every single box. Look through each of these 9 categories. If you ever need help, you come to Help from UNA and we are right there beside you. Stay connected with us on our social media. Make sure you sign up to receive our newsletters because we're always putting out information just for our members there. And then let us know, what are you thinking? How can we be better? We've set up these surveys to be accepting feedback at any time, and we want to hear from you. So looking here, what I'm hoping you're walking away with is a feeling of, oh my gosh, there's so many awesome things, but also that you're not alone in this. We're here to support. We're here to help you find the resources you need. We're here to be that backbone for you. You're not out there alone. And we know quite a bit about nonprofits. So we want you to reach out to us, talk with us, and let us know how we can be a better service, how we can help connect you, and anything and everything under the sun. I'd like to open it up now for questions. And you can unmute, you can put it into chat.
Hey, Brandy, I have a question about the member directory. This is Katie from UNIS. If we have like a specific person that we're trying to reach out to at an organization, is there a way that UNA can help us get in touch with somebody?
That's a really great question. So I will say this, we do not share our member information. We protect data pretty strictly. So we're never going to share a member list. We're never going to just all of a sudden send out an email from someone who wants to get information out. Now, having said that, if there is an organization that you're looking to connect with, we can reach out to that organization and say, hey, I have somebody that wants to reach out to you. Are you comfortable to have them reach out to you? We can help bridge that, but we're never going to share any of anybody's information.
Lovely. Thank you for that answer.
You're welcome. And also, just as a little reminder, did everyone complete yesterday's conference survey? I'm thinking that not everyone did. Would love to. Oh, Hillary never received it. Jill, do you have some insight?
I will check and make sure Hillary gets it. Thanks for letting us know. And yeah, we use this survey. It's really quick, it's top level, but this is the information that helps us drive what we do both for next year's conference and other training and things that we have coming up. We want to take really good care of you, but we would rather you tell us what that looks like rather than our guessing. So yeah, please complete it. And I know that you haven't done it because there are more participants in the room than surveys completed. So yeah, we know you're out there.
The other thing that it may have ended up in a spam folder. It came from info@. So if you're looking for something from Brandy, Jill, Kate, that may not be where it came from. It came from info@utahnonprofits.org. Is that right, Jill?
Yes, that's right.
I'm just, okay. We're not seeing it in spam. There might be some resending. I really appreciate the fact that everyone is so invested in it. Thank you. We have our conference keynote starting in about 15 minutes. Dr. Atia Martin is going to be presenting to us this morning. Also, please do join us tomorrow morning for an Ask the Expert session with our sponsors. This includes Jade Fire, BKD, Unite Us, Pathway Associates, Beehive Insurance. They're all going to be there to answer your questions and to provide additional support. And we would love to see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. for our Ask the Expert session. For our Ask the Expert session on WonderMe. So you're going to be able to move around and talk with whomever you'd like. That's the best part about WonderMe, is it's so flexible. Inside of chat, you will find the link for our keynote. And we'll see you there in about 15 minutes. If you have any questions, and no, Tina, the UNA training room is not available yet. Hey, I'll answer any questions. You know me, throw them my way. I'm going to stick around for a few minutes if you have any questions. Otherwise, we will see you in our keynote.